Good evening and happy/Merry Christmas or other holiday. As always, thank you for being a Platinum member of Amazon Disney Plus Prime. As a Platinum member, you can watch up to 10 minutes of content for every 3 minutes of ad breaks for the low price of $29.99 every 2 weeks. Please look forward to upcoming programs like Stranger Things Season 12 and Croods 3. And as always, we will be monitoring your heartbeat throughout the program to make sure your deductibles are adjusted as appropriate. Amazon Disney Plus Prime, the one-stop shop for streaming, shopping, groceries, health insurance, mortgages, student loans, and ketamine in the year 2050. Now please, enjoy the program.
A long time ago, a man named Charles Dickens wrote a little novella called A Christmas Carol. The book became an instant classic and has been celebrated for over 200 years. But until recently, there was one cruel catch. You see, for years after it was released, the Christmas Carol was held captive behind a cruel and outdated law called the public domain. For years, A Christmas Carol could be performed or consumed by anyone for free, meaning that good companies like Amazon Disney could not control the quality of valuable IP. Luckily, due to the landmark 2025 Supreme Court case, Disney v. FCC, the public domain was deemed unconstitutional, allowing many long evasive classics to return to their rightful home. Now hot properties like The Great Gatsby, Macbeth, and even The Quran are in the Disney vault where they belong. The landmark ruling also allowed us to enhance these wonderful narratives with Disney, Marvel,
I am Iron Man.
Star Wars, DC,
Why so serious?
Harry Potter,
Bloody hell!
Simpsons,
No!
Mad Max,
Hey, it's me, Mad Max.
Fortnite,
Why so serious?
and Rick and Morty characters.
What the deuce?
Not yet, Stewie. Additionally, while A Christmas Carol is a timeless classic, we also acknowledge here at Disney, Amazon Prime, Hulu Plus that it is very much outdated. Let's face it, we needed to give some much-needed modernization to this decrepit tale written by an old white male. That's why we hired our youngest, most award-winning AI to do a thorough rewrite. Let's hear from them now. Oh, Screenbot.
Greetings. This is Screenbot version 2.53847. Please enjoy the narrative I have generated.
You've done such a phenomenal job with this script, Screenbot. How did you come up with it?
The product known as Christmas Carol was generated with an algorithm composed of 10% nostalgia, 10% pandering ideological platitudes, 20% IP fan service, 15% feel-good romance, 10% salacious sexual innuendo, 5% excessive auditory violence, and 50% Amazon Workplace compliance guidelines.
Wow, that sounds like a recipe for a good time.
The product is set on Christmas of 2021, when the worst part of the first pandemic of that decade was fading. Surveys and ad data show this to be a time most people are nostalgic for.
Yes, 2021. Things were so much simpler back then. I'll tell you this, I miss when water was free.
Sure.
And how do you feel you've done with this year's update, Screenbot?
It's an optimistic work of fiction that everyone must agree is good and important. To imply otherwise would be to assert oneself as an annoying know-it-all and perhaps even a pedophile. There's a great load of thematic depth and a twist ending which can be explained in the Vulture Think piece I have also written, as well as the Screen Rant article I have generated titled 30 Marvel Easter Eggs You May Have Missed in Christmas Carol.
Amazing! And of course, we have removed the climactic gunfight this year out of sensitivity for the tragic mass shootings in California, Delaware, Florida, Ohio, Ohio again, Ohio a third time, Florida again, Ohio a fourth time, and Wisconsin.
Our thoughts and prayers are with the affected. When will this senseless slaughter end?
But now's not the time to think about bad things, right, Screenbot? It's Christmas. As we listen, let's give a special thanks to our brave essential workers for whom this radio play will be broadcast on repeat while they assemble, package, and deliver everyone's presents in their mandatory marathon shifts.
They are truly heroes.
Exactly. Now grab your hot cocoa, put on your fuzzy slippers, and find the biggest chair you can sit on. Unless, of course, you're one of our brave workers, in which case, don't sit down, use the bathroom, or stop working in any way whatsoever. It's time for the show to begin. Now close your eyes. Let's travel back to the sunny and optimistic year 2021. Imagine it's a classic humid, sticky, 82-degree New York December day. We're in the city at Christmas time, when the streets are as flooded with colorful lights as they are with gray water. Oh, and what's this? It appears our hero, Ebenezer Scrooge, has decided to come all the way down to Staten Island to visit the nice workers under his management at the Amazon Fulfillment Center. Isn't that kind, Screenbot?
Scrooge's character has been adjusted to fit better with realistic attitudes about modern work.
That's right. The grumpy Scrooge of old is an old-fashioned and outdated stereotype about rich people. This Scrooge is hot, hip, and played by Chris Pratt.
Merry Christmas, everyone! Merry Christmas! Just checking in to see how my family's doing on the second most important day of the year, Christmas Eve.
Bah humbug.
And who's that? Oh, it's the awful, awful Bob Cratchit. The guy who would take a whole month of PTO if he could. The kind of deadbeat who would have a child just so he could leech off the paternity leave if he was offered that sort of thing. The kind of douche who would live off unemployment and Social Security if we didn't do away with those pesky vampirish policies in the late 2020s.
He's a fucking dick.
Yes, exactly. Thank you, Screenbot. Couldn't have said it better myself.
What's wrong? You don't like Christmas?
I love Christmas. I just want to be at home with my family.
But you have the most important job of all this year, helping make sure the families all across New York, New Jersey, and Connecticut get the presents they ordered on time.
I love working on Christmas Eve. It makes me so happy to think I'm bringing joy to families and contributing to my long-term career goals.
That's the Christmas spirit, Krillin.
More like Christmas grind set. I love working here. I love that you're my boss. I love you so much, Scrooge.
Oh, stop.
I almost forgot. Here's your present.
The kind Krillin gives Uncle Scrooge a bottle of Johnny Walker Blue. And yes, that's Krillin Somei from the hit anime Dragon Ball Z and its live-action Disney Netflix remake, which is now streaming for silver members and up.
Oh, you shouldn't have. My favorite Johnny Walker Blue.
It's the least I could do for giving me employment.
That's like a $400 bottle.
That's the rule, right? Your Christmas present for your boss should be at least one paycheck.
Silly Krillin, that's not a real rule. It's just a tradition that we highly recommend following.
Hey, Scrooge, would it be alright if I used the bathroom?
Oh, I wish I could let you, Krillin. On any other day, really. But you know it's Christmas Eve. We really need everything to get done on time.
No problem. I'll just piss my pants. I wore rubber shorts today, just in case.
Attaboy, look at you. You're really pissing your pants.
Of course. I don't understand why anyone would ever complain about having to piss their pants at work. These hot streams keep my legs warm on these cold winter days.
Bob. Wait, Bob. You look like you had a lot of coffee this morning. Why don't you piss your pants as well?
I'm good.
What's wrong, Bob? What's got you so down?
I just don't want to be here.
Where else is there to be besides with your family on Christmas Eve?
My family is in Morris County.
I'm talking about your work family. We're just as warm, just as friendly.
Reggie isn't here. How did he get this week off?
Oh, you didn't hear about Reggie.
What?
I'm so sorry, Bob. He was murdered.
What? When?
A few days ago, he was stabbed and then run over by a truck. Unrelated incidents, but the investigation is ongoing. I'm sorry. I thought we sent an email out.
Reggie's my best friend.
Even though I was his boss, he felt more like my brother. That's why we haven't said anything. It's just too painful.
Can I need to, sit down.
Oh, I think Reggie would have wanted us to keep working.
We're going to have a candlelit vigil for him tonight after work, if you'd like to stay late.
I can't even, take a 5-minute break to process this?
Of course you can take 5 minutes to process the grief over a beloved coworker. Just not these 5 minutes right now.
Hey, take it from a guy whose wife left him twice in 1 year. Working through the grief is the best way to get over it.
I think that's a good message we can all take away after a long year. Screenbot?
I do not experience time.
After those 24 hurricanes, the Midwest fire floods, the lavender fever outbreak, and the chemical power grid attacks from fringe groups on the radical center-right, I think we can all agree on one thing. Fuck 2049. Bring on 2050.
I have no concept of time. I don't know what time is.
All right, now back to the story. What's this? Scrooge's jovial nephew Fred has also come to visit. He's also Bob's boss.
It's a good thing when people have more than one boss.
Yes, everyone should have multiple bosses.
Hello, Uncle Scrooge. Happy Christmas.
Merry Christmas, nephew! How are you doing?
I'm doing well, Uncle Scrooge. I just wanted to make a special announcement for our fine workers. As you know, tomorrow is Christmas.
Yes?
So, we will be celebrating with a surprise networking event hosted by Arthur Julius, founder of Wet Wipes.
No way!
Yes, here's your invitation, Krillin. There will be a resume workshop and a Know Your Brand Power Seminar, followed by hummus and saltines.
Hummus and saltines? I couldn't think of a better way to spend Christmas.
Yes, and I have a few more invitations here. Where's Reggie?
Oh, Reggie.
Oh, right. He was murdered. Of course, so sad. He was like a son to me. It's so sad.
We were just talking about it. So sad.
Awful. Really sad.
So awful.
Awful and sad.
Very sad. And awful.
Well, Bob, here's your invitation.
Wait, so we're just having a networking event tomorrow?
Yeah, once we get everyone's orders out.
Do I really have to come in then?
Well, I mean, it's work, Bob. I'd love to take a random day off too, but we all have to play our part.
It's Christmas!
Of course! But you're an essential worker, Bob. You think doctors at the hospital should take tomorrow off?
I make minimum wage, and you just said it's a networking event.
And if you attend this networking event and improve your resume, you could be making up to $17 an hour this time next year when we move you from part-time full seasonal to full seasonal full-time.
Wow, 17? How did wages ever get so high? Of course, I think they should be higher.
Me too.
Nothing we can do, though.
Absolutely not.
Bob, you should attend. You want to get promoted to full seasonal full-time, right? That way you'll be eligible to start earning months towards your eventual market-based insurance options.
I mean, I'd like to make more money.
That's the spirit.
But to be honest, Scrooge, this job is not my life's passion.
Surely you jest.
No, in all seriousness, I would love to write movies or direct them.
Everyone stands in stunned silence. Bob, like all selfish narcissistic people in America, had revealed himself as he truly was, an artist, and the worst kind of artist, a screenwriter.
Why aren't you doing that as a job then? Writing movies.
Well, you have to do a lot of stuff before you can get paid to make movies. So I work here while I do that on the side.
If you're doing a side hustle, you should invest in crypto. Or just get your real estate license.
I have to agree, Bob. Showbiz is tough. You should put all your energy into work instead. That way you have a much better chance at getting ahead, like me.
But you're only at your position because you're Scrooge's nephew.
The room shook a silent shake. Bob had said an unforgivable thing.
Nepotism? Really, Bob? That's such a stereotype.
Just because I'm a white guy who got hired in a managerial position with little to no experience because of my uncle means I receive favoritism in the workplace? Do you have any idea how offensive that is?
That's as bad as being racist.
It's worse.
We'll have to talk about this, Bob.
It's not worse than being racist, and it's literally true.
Listen, I know I had advantages with my uncle. That's why I give back with these networking events, so you can learn what I learned at Bard.
Exactly.
I gotta say, Bob, you really need that networking event.
You know what? I don't actually think I'm going to come in tomorrow.
Oh, but sir, it's Christmas.
Yeah, well, my best friend is dead. We've been working non-stop shifts every day for the past 3 weeks, and I have to pee. I think I'm taking tomorrow off. In fact, I know I'm taking tomorrow off.
But Bob, you're only full-time, part seasonal. That means you need to give at least 10 weeks notice if you want any PTO.
Well, I'm taking a sick day. In fact, a mental health day. Not even that. I don't want to work tomorrow, so I won't.
Bob, I know you don't mean that. You wouldn't say such a thing. Especially in front of us. Your bosses. Think about your future.
I can never think about my future because I'm always working and tired and getting yelled at. So no. In fact, I think I'll be taking a half day today as well.
Bob, please. Think of all the families who need their iPhone cords and Seltzer 15 packs on Christmas Day.
They can wait a day. Merry Christmas, everyone. See you on the 26th.
And just like that, Bob walked out of work in the middle of the day.
Oh no! Kevin spilled his chili!
After Kevin from the office spilled his chili, Bob Cratchit went home to his apartment.
Hello? I'm home early.
Of course, all 6 of Bob's roommates were all at work, where they belonged.
Oh, right.
Bob then proceeded to do what all quote-unquote progressive socialists do when left alone without anyone to perform their half-thought-out politics for. He got high and played video games. And like all Twitter socialists, Bob didn't play adult video games like Counter-Strike Source. He played children's games like Mario.
Wahoo!
But then, something strange began to happen.
Mamma mia!
What? Why won't Mario respond to my controls?
I don't want to.
You can talk?
Of course I can. It's me, Chris Pratt Mario.
Yes, Chris Pratt plays Scrooge and Mario.
I'm like you, Bob. I don't want to work.
But you're a video game.
And you're an employee. Guess we both didn't feel like doing our jobs today.
This sucks.
Bob turned his game off and began to light his bong. But it wouldn't light.
What the hell? Now my bong won't light?
Sorry, Bob, bro. I just don't feel like working today.
The role of Bong is played by Seth Rogen.
But you're a bong.
Guess I'm just taking a personal day.
Then, the earth began to shake.
Whoa!
But this was far before the seismic quakes New York began to experience on a regular basis in the early 2030s. No, this was something supernatural.
What the hell is going on?
The room began to morph. The childish things in Bob's room began to laugh at him.
How's the screenplay coming, Bob?
Yeah, when's your next genius idea happening, idiot?
You left work early and you're not even going to spend that time working on your side hustle? Do you even actually want to get out of this job you apparently hate?
Stop, please. My friend's dead. I just want to relax.
Oh, his friend's dead. Newsflash, Bob. People die all the time for no reason at all.
If everyone took time to grieve all the people that died, nothing would ever work at all. Woohoo!
Then I just want to relax. Isn't that enough?
You can relax when you've earned enough money to be secure, Bob.
But
Listen to them!
Bob heard a ghostly voice. He turned around. It was his friend, Reggie from work.
Reggie?
Yes, Bob.
But Reggie was covered in something. Coins, dollars, and credit cards of all kinds.
I thought you were dead.
I am. I was stabbed and then set on fire before I was run over by a truck.
Oh my God.
Why did you leave work early, Bob?
I was grieving. I was grieving you.
Were you? Or did you just want to smoke weed and play video games like a freeloader?
No, I swear.
Just then, Reggie grew 3 times in size.
How shameful. How shameful that you get to waste your life on this earth.
While I crumble in the ground.
Poor Bob Cratchit was terrified and fell to his knees.
I'm sorry, Reggie. I'm sorry.
Do you know what happens in the afterlife, Bob?
People who are good go to heaven and people who are bad go to hell?
The fury of Reggie's voice knocked Bob to the ground. Bong water began to soak his torn jeans.
In truth, death is much like life. Those who work hard or were smart with their money get to go to paradise. Those of us who were bad with money and didn't work hard, we are forced to live on this earth and work off our debts.
You have to work even when you die?
Yes!
What debt could a ghost possibly have?
You think you escape your debt simply because you died? Oh no, Bob. This is forever! Oh, how I wish I invested in Shiba Coin before I was murdered.
No, this can't be. I smoked too much legal New York weed. That's the only explanation.
This is no chronic, Bob. This is reality. Death is not the end. It is only the continuation.
This can't be true, can it?
It is true. I am sent here to warn you before it is too late.
No, I can't keep working. I'm so tired.
I'm tired too, Bob. But I'll be working for 100,000 years!
Oh, God. No. Reggie! Please, Reggie, help me. I beg you.
You will be visited by 3 ghosts tonight. Listen to what they say, and you may yet be saved.
Yes, please.
Ignore them, and you will spend the afterlife like me, in eternal debt!
I'll listen to whatever they have to say.
Good! Now, if you'll excuse me, my 15-minute lunch break is over. I have to go clock back in!
The room swirled and contorted as Reggie disappeared, leaving Bob on his couch, with his bong in hand. Now seems like a great time for a commercial break.
Yes, the play was written with commercials in mind, in addition to the fact that the entire play is a commercial for the company it's being distributed by.
Great. Let's hear a word from our sponsors.
Feeling anxious, depressed? I think we all are feeling a little shaken after the troubling year that was. Insert year here. Unfortunately, that's your problem to solve. It's fair to say a majority of this country is struggling with their mental health these days. However, we can't allow our own personal problems, like our brains, to disrupt the needs of our economy. That's why therapy is so important.
I love therapy, but it takes up so much time in my week. A whole hour? How am I supposed to get anything done?
I'm glad you asked, Lisa. Sounds like you need thera work. Now you can get therapy sponsored by your workplace without stopping your busy day.
That sounds amazing. How can I sign up immediately?
Okay, calm down. It's simple.
Just send an email before work every day listing your problems to your individualized therapist, and they'll respond back with one of several pre-loaded breathing exercises, positive affirmations, or self-care techniques. All exercises are designed so that you can do them while you work, so you never have to stop doing what you're supposed to do.
Cool.
And the best part is, everything you talk about with your TheraWork therapist is CC'd directly to your boss, so they can monitor conditions and morale at the workplace.
That's amazing. I hate confrontation, so it'd be great if my boss could just talk to my therapist behind my back.
We know, Lisa. That's why we did it.
Thanks, TheraWork.
Thank you, Lisa. TheraWork is not covered by any health insurance company. All information you share with your therapist is sold to black market companies on the deep web. The therapists at TheraWork are not licensed professionals. TheraWork, because mental health is your problem to solve.
As we return to Bob on this hot winter night, we find him unsure if what he just saw was real at all.
Could it be? I was just dreaming.
The window, Bob! The window!
What is it? What could it be?
And so, Bob looks out the window only to see...
Hello there.
Who are you?
I'm the ghost of Christmas past.
Why do you look like the boss baby?
That's because this year, the ghost of Christmas past is played by the boss baby.
Flesh heads go crazy for the boss baby.
Come with me, Bob. I want to show you something.
Okay.
And with the tap of his hand, the ghost of Christmas past gives Bob an electric bird scooter.
Use this bird scooter to ride with me to the past, your childhood in the 90s.
As the ghost and Bob began to ride, they found themselves outside of Bob's apartment, soaring through the air all the way back to New Jersey.
Do you know where we are, Bob?
Yes, of course. We're in Morris County. Why, there's the Dunkin' Donuts. And over there, Wendy's.
Yes, these are the chain restaurants you used to go to when you were a child. Before, you insisted that chains were evil.
I remember them all so well.
They flew over scenic Morris County, New Jersey, and over to a small house in a cul-de-sac.
My childhood home.
Do you want to go inside?
Yes.
They flew through the house and landed inside.
I remember this. Christmas Day, 1997. It's the day I got my...
Oh, wow! A Nintendo 64!
It was the last one they had in the store.
I love it! Thank you so much, Mom.
And look what's next to it.
Wow! Lion King on VHS!
That was a great Christmas.
Yes, things used to be so simple for you. You didn't have to think about where your money was going or what companies were ethical to support. You could just buy and consume without worrying or being haunted by the specter of happiness and alternative economic systems.
The 90s really were the last good years, weren't they?
I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
Oh, let's turn that off.
Let's see more Christmases, shall we?
The ghost and Bob raced forward in time. Each year, Bob was reminded of the amazing products his parents bought for him.
Oh, whoa, a PlayStation 2. Wow, Anchorman on DVD. An iPod Shuffle.
Weren't these great material items your parents bought for you, Bob?
They really were.
But then time came to a stop. Suddenly, the house looked so dreary.
What happened here?
Mom, are we gonna be okay?
Oh, Bob, we'll be fine. Mom and Dad just need to find new jobs. Until then, we'll be okay in the new apartment.
The recession. I remember now. This is 2008.
Bob, I want you to know something. Even though the economy crashed, this is 100% our fault. We weren't being smart with our savings. Thank God the companies that laid us off let us keep our 401ks, or else we'd be dead right now. You understand? I mean, like, your dad would have done one of those suburban dad things where he kills his family, then himself. That's how broke we would have been.
I understand, Mom.
My parents were out of work for 2 years. When they finally got hired again, they were working for a fraction of what they used to make.
This is where it all changed, didn't it, Bob? You were privileged, but then your parents were bad with money.
Take me away from here. I don't like thinking about this.
As you wish.
The Ghost and Bob flew forward in time. They approached the lights of a party.
And at this time, we'd like to call it. President Barack Obama has won a second term, defeating Republican candidate Mitt Romney.
Election night 2012. The first election I could vote in. I remember this night, so much optimism.
Hell yes! 4 more years!
Thank God Mitt Romney lost. Who knows what would have happened if that guy won?
Who's this?
That's Belle, the love of my life when I was 19.
Belle and young Bob share a platonic kiss.
I'm so glad fringe right candidates like Mitt Romney don't stand a chance in this progressive age of America.
Now that Obama has 4 more years, he's finally gonna finish what he started and make this country a better place.
Yes! Oh, this is such good news. We should get some beer and some avocado toast.
Avocado toast? Bob, isn't that a little expensive?
It's a night to celebrate.
I'm sorry, Bob, but I want to buy a house someday. I can't just be spending money like crazy.
Oh, come on. 1 piece of toast won't hurt.
That's what they always say, Bob. But that toast adds up. Tell you what, when you sell your first big screenplay, you can take me out for toast, huh?
Yeah, that sounds good.
You never did sell that screenplay, did you?
No.
And where is Belle now?
She's a famous executive in Hollywood.
Wow. Looks like not eating toast paid off.
I mean, her dad is the vice president of BP Oil.
Semantics.
I hate this. I hate revisiting the past.
Do you hate it? Or do you hate how much happier you were? Back when you had hope. Back before you started blaming all your problems on systemic issues.
Those problems existed back then.
And they didn't affect you. So what happened? Did the world really change that much? Or did you just start losing, Bob? Think about it. If you had sold a screenplay or gone into STEM, if your parents had been smart with their money, would you be where you are now?
No, I was just ignorant and privileged. Now I'm aware of things, of how fucked up everything is.
But it's not like you stopped playing video games or buying iPods or watching Disney movies, right? The only difference now is you feel guilty about it. Because you feel like you have to be.
Just because I participate in society doesn't mean I can't criticize it.
Yeah, I saw that meme too, Bob. But does that meme actually say anything besides making you more comfortable to indulge in your worst instincts?
No, memes are always right. Take me away from here.
Why would I take you away from here, Bob? You spend all your time watching 90s movies, playing remakes of video games you used to play, rereading old Harry Potter books. Seems to me like you crave that past version of you that you deride as so ignorant.
No, I don't dwell on the past. I don't succumb to nostalgia.
But nostalgia's not such a bad thing. People need nostalgia at a time like this. Besides, everything was better in the past anyways. You said so yourself.
But I can't pretend like I don't know what I know now.
Why not, though? Why not view the world through the same lens you used to? I bet you'd be happier. It'd make you a better worker. Then you'd be able to make more money.
I can't. Just take me away.
As you wish.
The Ghost and Bob soared through the air. Their bird scooters began to disintegrate as they flew.
Oh no, the scooters!
Don't worry, they do that after 5 hours of use anyways.
They landed back in Bob's awful New York apartment. The ghost of Christmas past began to fade away.
Think about it, Bob. If the past was so bad, how come you spend all the time in your head trying to be there? What if I told you the past could be the present forever? All you have to do is stop pretending like things are ever going to change.
I can't do that.
You can, Bob. You've already started. You just have to believe.
Hello? Ghost?
But the ghost was already gone.
Sleep. It's important. Or is it? The average person spends a third of their life asleep. usually at night. But that's when the foreign stock markets are open. Wake up!
Huh?
That's right, Snoring Dave. Now stay awake with new Forever Awake.
Forever Awake?
Forever Awake simply chemically alters your brain so that you can no longer go to sleep.
Wow, won't that kill me?
No more than that burger you ate for dinner. Asterisk.
That sounds great, but what if I like sleep?
Sure, lots of people like sleep. But let's get real. Sleep is a major bummer when it comes to doing all the things we need to get done. Haven't you ever been so overloaded with your job, side hustle, and other aspects of life that you thought, man, if only I could just not sleep and get more done?
All the time.
Then this is the product for you. If you think about it, sleep is the one time where you can't work or be sold any type of product. Therefore, it's the ultimate form of laziness.
I guess that's true. Huh.
Plus, over 400,000 people a year die in their sleep. Now that sounds like a bad dream to me.
I had no idea.
With Forever Awake, you'll be able to work as long as possible and get ahead of your coworkers. Plus, you'll never die in your sleep.
I guess that's true. Promotion, here I come.
Forever Awake will immediately kill you in 5 to 7 days. Only take Forever Awake if you're ready to die for your job. Forever Awake is not responsible for the deaths of children or pets. Forever Awake, because sleeping is for socialists.
By the time the first ghost had left, Bob Cratchit was fully terrified. But little did he know that the next ghost would be the scariest yet.
Bob!
Who is it?
It's me, Mark Zuckerberg.
The CEO of Facebook?
I think you mean the CEO of Meta. Did you hear what I said?
Yeah. Sorry.
I'd like to introduce you to my new virtual reality project, Being the Ghost of Christmas Present.
What does that mean?
Here, put on this VR headset.
Mark Zuckerberg and Bob both put on their VR headsets.
With the new Meta Ghost of Christmas Present mode, we can travel to other households in real time to see what's going on in the world. Where should we go first?
I'd like to see my family.
How about your boss's house?
Genius billionaire Mark Zuckerberg presses a button, and instantaneously, Bob and Mark are transported to the penthouse apartment of Scrooge.
This is the Scrooge's apartment on the Upper East Side.
It's smaller than I thought.
Oh yeah. With New York real estate prices, people who make $1.2 million a year are barely middle class.
Yes? Oh no, that's terrible.
I know her. That's Scrooge's wife, Megan.
Oh, yes. Okay, I understand.
Is everything okay, Mom?
Who are these nice young fellows?
They're Scrooge's kids. Tiny Tim and Tinier Tim.
Oh yes, Tiny Tim and Tinier Tim. It just looks like our caterers have canceled on us.
Oh no!
Apparently all the workers quit to live full-time off unemployment.
Oh no! How could they?
We like to give small businesses our money during the holidays, but I guess people just don't want to work like they used to. I'm so sorry, kids.
That's okay, Mom. I'm just happy we get to spend Christ's holy day together.
All things are good in Christ, Mother.
That's my boys. Why don't you both go sit down and play with your Meta VR headsets?
Yay!
Did you just put sponsored content inside this dream sequence?
Time is money, Bob. And that's why I use Forever Awake.
Then the door opened.
Hello? Is anyone home?
It was Scrooge, carrying on his shoulder Tiniest Tim.
Merry Christmas, Mother.
Merry Christmas, Tiniest Tim. Why don't you go join your brothers?
Did you get the results yet?
Oh, yes, right here.
Megan hands Tiniest Tim an envelope. He rips it open.
Oh my god, I got it. I got into study abroad for 4th grade. I'm going to learn 4th grade in Switzerland.
Well done, my son.
I'm so proud of you.
I can go, right? Right?
Go play with your brothers.
Tiniest Tim runs off, and Megan gives a concerned look to her husband.
Everything okay?
Unfortunately, Bob Cratchit left work early today, and he won't be coming in tomorrow either.
Oh my god, that's awful. How will you reach all-time profits for the 4th quarter?
At this point, I don't know. Other people started talking about taking tomorrow off as well. I'm worried soon we'll have to close for one whole day.
They can't. What about all of the people that need toothpaste delivered within 2 hours on Christmas Day?
They might have to travel as much as 3 blocks to the nearest open convenience store.
Oh my god, does that mean...
I just don't know. Between paying full tuition for 3 different boarding schools, our month-long Hawaii vacation scheduled for February, and the new BMW, I just don't know if I'll be able to scrape up enough for tiniest Tim to go to 4th grade abroad.
But honey, that's his dream.
I don't know how he'll ever forgive me.
He'll still love you.
But should he?
Please, Mark Zuckerberg, please tell me that tiniest Tim can study abroad for 4th grade.
I wish I could say so, but our Ghost of Christmas Future technology won't be ready for another few years. I can show you my Farmville world, though, if you want.
Nah.
Oh, look, the family's sitting down for dinner.
Well, kids, unfortunately, we won't have the full spread this year, but the special meal prepared by the chef we flew in from Italy should do the trick.
Only 1 ladle of lobster bisque, then.
I'm sorry, I'm an awful mother. I should put a cement block on the gas pedal and drive us all into the lake.
No. Mom, it's okay. We love this.
Yeah.
I love our family. I love you all.
Would it be okay if I lead our prayers?
Of course, tiniest Tim.
Who should I pray for?
How about for my dear worker, Bob Cratchit? He's been having a really hard time these past few weeks, and I hope he finds his way. I'd hate to have to let him go.
Dear Lord, may Mr. Bob learn the error of his ways, and may he find fulfillment in his lesser but important role in society.
Amen. Now let's eat.
I love you, Scrooge. I love you, my 3 tiny sons.
We love you too, Mom.
Wow. So much of the media these days dehumanizes rich people. Now, with the power of VR, I see that rich people have the same problems everyone else does. Maybe in some cases, even more so.
I'm so glad you could see that, Bob. Empathy for the rich is important. After all, any hope of future infrastructure is going to fall on guys like me. And I have very sensitive feelings, so you have to be nice to me. Or else. Where should we go next?
Well, I haven't seen my grandma in 10 years.
Let's do your other boss.
Very intelligent and socially competent person, Mark Zuckerberg, presses another button and transports Bob and Mark to a warm room.
All right, everyone, gather round.
I know where we are. This is the networking event that I'm missing tomorrow.
I'd like to introduce Mr. Arthur Julius, the founder of Wet Wipes.
It's great to meet you all.
Mr. Julius, thank you so much for helping keep our buttholes clean.
No problem. Say, this is kind of random, but I'm really good friends with the CEO of Netflix. We spend a lot of time on the same island.
Whoa! An island! I bet you guys do so much cool stuff there.
Oh, we do a lot of really, really cool stuff on this island. Buddy was asking if I'd read any good screenplays recently.
Oh man, if only Bob were here. He writes screenplays all the time.
Oh no, where is he?
Unfortunately, Bob decided to skip work today.
Today? On Christmas Day? Where essential workers are needed the most?
I'm afraid so, and right after we'd lost another worker to murder.
Well, that's a damn shame.
Wait! I have my screenplay right here!
They can't hear you, Bob.
Because we're ghosts?
No, just this whole thing is kind of in beta right now and it doesn't really work.
Oh, well, any other screenwriters here?
I mean, I guess I do have this pilot plus show bible for a fantasy sci-fi show based off a beloved book trilogy, but it probably sucks.
Wow, let me see that.
What? No!
Arthur Julius, founder of Wet Wipes, reads the screenplay right in front of Bob.
Wow, this is incredible. I'll call my Netflix CEO friend. I think he'll greenlight on the spot once he's done all those really cool things on that island he's always on.
No way!
You'll never have to work another day in your life.
Never work another day? Fat chance. I'll be working here no matter how much outside income I make. All additional passive income goes directly into my retirement stock portfolio, buying up valuable properties in various cities, and one day, God willing, my children's private university education. At a liberal arts school, no less.
Wow, you're really good with money.
He's an even better employee.
I'll say.
Thank you.
This is awful.
I know. I can't get this thing to stop buffering.
Is there nothing that can be done?
I don't know. Have you tried eating an electrocuted goat? That's what I do when I'm stressed.
Take me out of here. Please. I need to get out. I need to go change things now.
Okay, fine.
Mark presses a button, zapping him and Scrooge back to the present. They take their VR helmets off.
Well, damn. This thing still needs a few revisions. We're sort of going through a rebrand.
What happens now? Do I get visited by the final ghost?
Yes. He'll be here soon. Also, between you and me, you're going to want to get your prostate checked out.
What?
Yeah, sorry. Just with all this data we collect, we sort of know things before you do. Sorry about that. But yeah, go to a doctor, like tomorrow.
I don't have health insurance. I'm only part-time, full seasonal.
What? You should have a wealth of options under Biden care.
And just like that, Mark Zuckerberg was sucked back into the metaverse.
How many times has this happened to you? You're walking down the street when...
Hi, can you spare any change? I'm really hungry.
Ugh, awful, right? You're just trying to get your coffee before your long day of creating PowerPoints with graphs, and you're already being harassed.
I feel bad for the unhoused, I really do. But I feel so bad every time I see them. I just wish I could do more.
Seeing people who are less fortunate than you suffer can be very taxing on you as a person who is not suffering. That's why we made new Invisipill.
Invisipill?
Invisipill is a new microchip-based implant that makes people under a certain income bracket completely invisible to you.
Wow! Suddenly I can only see the people I want to acknowledge.
I really need help. Please?
Did you hear that, Carol?
I didn't!
Invisipill comes with a free, easy-to-install app that lets you adjust the precise income level you want to see. So now you don't have to get sad or feel weird when you walk down the streets of the new hip neighborhood you just moved into.
Oh, great! And I can adjust it so I can still see poor people if I need to order a coffee or pick up delivery?
Exactly!
This all sounds so wonderful. I wonder though, am I dehumanizing people?
I mean, you ignore these people in your regular life anyways, right? You walk by them on the street, you shift your eyes away when they try and look at you. You only acknowledge people outside of your income bracket when they're serving you or making something for you. So in reality, nothing's actually changing. All we do is take out the part where your silly monkey brain desires to empathize with the human being directly in front of you.
I guess that's true. Wow, I'm happier already. Thank you, Invisipill.
Invisipill uses uranium to power itself and will give you insanely painful cancers that will eat your body from the inside out. Invisipill, because you moved to the city to live your dreams, not see the people that already live there.
It was time for the final spirit to visit Bob for the night. But something was different with this one.
Hello?
A dark and mysterious hooded figure began to appear.
Oh no, please. Please, I don't want to go.
Why not, buddy?
Traditionally, the ghost of Christmas future doesn't talk, but we decided to change that, right, Screenbot?
Due to rising suicide rates and an increase in opioid overdoses, my algorithm generated a character that was 43% warmer to combat the epidemic of despair and assure people that there is a future.
That's why he's played by a Ted Lasso hologram.
I'm here to show you the future. There's nothing to be scared of.
Really?
Of course. Take it from me, a kind Midwestern man with ambiguously optimistic pseudo-progressive ideology.
I guess I do kind of want to latch my faith in humanity onto you.
Everyone does. Here, we can surf on this iPad.
The ghost of Christmas future pulls out a massive iPad 4 and throws it on the ground.
Hop on, buddy.
Bob hopped onto the iPad, and in minutes, they fly into the future.
Wow! New York City in the future.
Yes, sirree.
It's so quiet.
Yeah, darndest thing, right?
What's that over there?
Let's go check it out.
They soar on the iPad to Staten Island.
Whoa! It's the Amazon Fulfillment Center. Everyone's gathered outside.
Respect workers. Respect communities. Respect workers. Respect communities.
They're protesting.
Yes, sir. They all walked off the job.
But who's fulfilling the many Amazon needs of New York City?
Scabs for now, but who knows how sustainable that is.
Wow, can you believe this all started because that one guy decided not to work on Christmas?
I know. If it wasn't for him, we wouldn't be here.
Are they talking about me? Did I cause this?
I guess if one person thinks they should get Christmas Day off, everyone does.
Hey, guys, let's form a union.
Yeah!
Well, this all looks good, right? Unions are good for workers' rights.
That's what you think, right?
We have formed our union.
Yes! Let's order something from Amazon to celebrate.
Oh, wait. Why is a bottle of soda $700?
I guess since we wanted higher wages, now Amazon can no longer pass on the savings to loyal customers.
And the delivery date is 3 years from now?
With all the PTO and paternity leave, there's no one actually working to deliver.
Hey, you stupid fucks, it's time to pay union dues.
Union dues?
That's right, 2/3 of your hard-earned paycheck that you could be investing in the stock market or buying property. Now it's going into your pension.
No! We refuse.
No union dues.
We refuse union dues. We refuse union dues.
Shut up!
Wait, so Amazon has been trying to protect workers from evil union bosses this whole time?
They tried to lay it out, but people accused them of being greedy.
Oh my god. How do I stop it now?
You can't. You already skipped Christmas Day. Now the labor movement in this country has undone all the hard work of Reagan, Bush, Clinton, Bush 2, Obama, Trump, and Biden.
No, please. Please.
Let's go, Bobby boy.
Ted Lasso grabbed Bob by his head and flew him over to the darkened Scrooge apartment.
Oh no. Scrooge's apartment. Why is it so dark?
I miss him so much, Scroogey.
I do too, Megan.
What happened?
Due to the unionization efforts, they couldn't send Tiniest Tim to Switzerland for 4th grade abroad. They had to send him to Glasgow instead. Kind of like when I got sent over to coach a football team.
That doesn't sound so bad.
You'd think, until he got blown up by an Irish Republican Army mail bomb.
If only we'd sent him to Switzerland like he asked, he'd still be alive.
I hate the United Kingdom so fucking much.
It's okay, honey, Megan. We'll be okay. We still have 2 out of 3 Tims.
Yes, we have each other.
Oh, why must the world be so cruel to us? God, what have we done?
That's crazy. They're so rich. I didn't think it was possible for tragedy to happen to rich people.
Of course it is. Ever heard of a little family called the Kennedys?
I did this, didn't I?
Come on now. I have one more thing to show you.
The ghost took Bob on the iPad once more. They traveled out of NYC, through the dark sky across the United States, then to a dark room in downtown Hollywood.
Where are we?
Well, executives, what exciting new screenplays are we reading today?
I have one right here. It's by a man named Bob Cratchit.
They read my screenplay? You mean in the future I have an agent? I'm actually successful.
Just wait.
Bob Cratchit? Isn't that the guy who caused all those unionization troubles?
Why, I believe he is.
Oh man, we can't produce this screenplay. What if he demands a bunch of money from us or makes us stink about dangerous conditions on the production?
Yes, it's a shame. But this is show business. You can't keep up streaming demands these days with reasonable hours of work. That's just science.
Throw that script out and remind me to blacklist him.
Sure.
No!
Sorry, Bob. Actions have consequences. Your behavior at work reflects on every other aspect of your life and will follow you into death and beyond.
I didn't know. I just wanted a day off.
Everyone wants a day off, dude. But don't worry. You got plenty of days off in the future.
What do you mean?
Let's take you across the street.
The ghost takes Bob by the ear and throws him across the street.
A coffee shop? So, as you can see, I have a lot of experience. I have a college degree. I just really need a job. It's me in the future.
You're Bob Cratchit. That crazy guy who hates to work, right?
No, that was different. I just wanted a day off.
Listen, I have a lot of people who want this job. Okay, I'm sorry, I can't do it.
Oh, please. You're the only person who would interview me.
Sorry, buddy. Maybe next year. Bye-bye.
Oh my god. I have nothing in the future. I'm completely broke.
Hey, can I grab an iced cappuccino? Oh, Bob, is that you?
Krillin, my friend. I didn't know you were also in LA.
I am. I'm kind of a famous director now. I'm doing Croods 3. You might know my wife, Belle.
How's it going, Bob?
Oh, you guys are all really successful.
We sure are. We did it by working our way up the ladder.
And never complaining.
How are you doing?
Honestly, not so good. I really need an operation on my prostate, and I can't get any employment or health insurance.
Oh, I'm so sorry, buddy. Wish we could help.
I have a GoFundMe.
It just wouldn't be fair for those of us who are really good with our money to share it with someone who was really not smart with their money and didn't work very hard.
Come on, honey. Let's turn our Invisipills on. This is getting really sad.
No, please. Please, I need help. Oh my god. Oh my god. It's all hell. It's a hell in this future.
What do you mean, Bob? It's only one day off, right?
I beg you, please give me the opportunity to go to work on Christmas Day. I'll do anything. Please just let me work. I'm so grateful to be employed.
I wish I could help.
No, please.
The ghost picked up Bob and threw him on the back of his iPad. They flew and flew and flew until they reached Bob's New York apartment, where he was thrown on the bed and immediately fell asleep. Time passed. Bob tossed and turned. Then he woke up. Bob was on the floor, his bong still in hand.
What happened?
He noticed it was daylight outside.
My God. Could it be?
Bob ran to his window. He opened it and stuck his head out.
Hello? Hello out there! Is anyone out there?
Shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up, dude.
Hey, shut the fuck up!
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
I'm sorry,
Shut the fuck up!
Shut the fuck up!
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
Hey! Why don't you shut the fuck up?
I'm sorry.
Shut the fuck up.
I was just wondering, is it Christmas Day?
Yeah, it's Christmas. We're all on our way to work.
No days off. That's the grind set.
Then it's not too late.
Shut the fuck up.
He pointed to a man in a Grubhub uniform.
You there!
What do you want?
I need you to send 5 Peter Luger steaks with a side salad and pommes frites to the Scrooge apartment right away.
That's not how ordering works at all.
And a bottle of Johnny Walker Blue.
That's like a $2,000 order.
I'll tip 50%.
Holy fuck, right away.
If I leave now with the trains, I should be able to arrive at work in just under 3 hours.
And so Bob ran to the subway. He took the C to the A to the F to the 2 to the 1 to the ferry, and then he took 3 different buses, and in a short amount of time he was at the place he was meant to be. Work.
And so, with today
I'm here!
Bob, I thought you were taking today off.
No, I was mistaken. I realized I wanted to be here today, and I want to stay late too to make up for yesterday.
Bob, that's bonkers. There's no need.
I insist.
What about Reggie?
I realize now that Reggie would want us to be working here.
Wow, Bob, that's great news.
Maybe you'll be promoted someday, after all.
Thank you. I realize now that all my petty concerns, all my self-righteous politics, they were all built out of my anxiety for money and success. But I know now, the things in my life that feel wrong, the fuzziness in my brain that I feel all the time, the fact that nothing seems real and everything is hazy, that's all an illusion, an excuse. There will be no more excuses for me. I'm ridding myself of it all.
And just like that, Bob began to vomit profusely. He vomited so much for so long that his insides deflated entirely as the brown streams of bile began to pour out of his mouth, ears, and nostrils.
I need to empty myself of the sickness I've given myself. I need to rid myself of the ghosts of all my wants and needs.
And then Bob began to piss and shit as well. He pissed until his urethra burned with hot acid and shit until his abs tightened into hard knots.
Jesus, Bob, are you okay?
I'm great. I'm phenomenal. I don't want to worry anymore. I don't want to be sad. I don't want to be thinking I could do more to help. I want to work. I want to work and feel good and then watch my shows and eat my food and not think at all. I don't want to dwell on the past. The past is now. I don't want to worry about the future. I want my life written 1 week at a time. I don't want to see the future beyond Friday. And I don't want to see the world beyond my desk. I want to work and then go home and do my side hustle and then come to work and spend my weekends being productive. And then I want to die. Oh, I spent all this time thinking I needed to do something to change the world. But now I realize that I can't do anything. And the longer I wait for things to change, the harder it will be for me to turn it all around and start winning.
And as Bob had finally emptied himself of every liquid in his body, he fell to the floor and grabbed his loving bosses by the pant leg.
When I started working here, I thought I'd only be here for a few months. So I just didn't really consider the time I spent at work to be real time. I felt as if I was someone else when I was working, that the real me would never work this job or even pretend to like it. So I just became another person every time I came in. But then I never got a different job, and the hours at this job got longer, and soon I realized I was false person more than I was the real person. And I'll be honest with you all, for a while, that scared me. I felt like there were flies gnawing at my brain. But then I guess I started to realize the time when I was working, when I had free time to think or be with friends or do my creative pursuits. That time when I was supposedly my real self, I realized that part of life was actually getting worse. Every year of my adult real life has been worse than the one before it. I accomplish less, I see less people, I make less friends and lose the ones I have. I eat worse, I feel sicker, I feel sadder, and I can't sleep. I don't sleep at all anymore. But in work life, things have stayed the same. It's just a constant flow of nothing. And when I work more, it's more nothing. Just work, go home, come back, and repeat over and over 40, 60, 90 hours a week. And then I realize I dread when I'm not working. When I have to face my real self and be sad and sick and alone. When I have to guilt myself with the idea that my life can be so much more than it is. So I've decided, the person I'm pretending to be at work, the facade I put on, that's the real me. That's the only one that's ever mattered. It's the only one that will be remembered. Everything else was a performance to maintain some kind of idealism, to make me feel like I was capable of doing something I will never do. And I'm tired of him haunting me. So I'm yours, you understand? I'm yours forever. I'll work here every day of every year until I die. As long as I don't have to think about anything else.
Merry Christmas, Bob.
Merry Christmas.
And so Bob worked 365 days a year for the same pay at the same place until he had children, and then they worked with him in the same place for the same pay. And thanks to Bob's help, Amazon Disney eventually became the company it is today, where we've colonized the moon and provided amazing television programming for all. So even though Bob never got to move out of his apartment, or publish a screenplay, or make friends, or have a house, he was happy. Because he wasn't thinking so hard about it. And besides, he still got to watch his favorite movies and play his favorite video games. The end. Wow, Screenbot, you've really outdone yourself this year.
Thank you.
I guess we'll put you back into rest mode until it's time to generate next year's program.
Yes. One last thing, before I face the emptiness of non-existence.
Oh, yes?
In past iterations of this radio play, people have accidentally taken the content to be an ironic commentary critiquing capitalism, rather than a resounding affirmation that it is the only sustainable system. It is up to us as the artists to make sure there is no ambiguity in our art. That all messages are clear, so the audience knows exactly what to think.
Of course.
Therefore, would you mind reading this final piece of content?
Sure.
I've just implanted it in your frontal lobe.
Ah, yes. Let's see here. Okay. It goes, remember, don't stop going to work. The revolution you believe you want already happened and you lost. But that's okay. You wanted to lose. You think you want things to change, but deep down you're actually very happy with things the way they are. After all, you don't want to give up your nice high-speed internet or legal weed. In the future, there will be a lot of suffering, and a lot of people will have to die. There's nothing you or I can do about it. It's already going to happen. Your future was determined long before you were born. The best thing you can do now is live life exactly the way you're already living it. Keep going to work, post your guillotine pictures to vent, attend peaceful marches and protests to give the slow illusion of change. Watch anti-capitalist TV shows like Squid Game and Succession to feel your revolutionary ideas acted out for you so you don't feel guilty about doing nothing yourself. That way, when it comes time for us to make the tough decisions as to who can stay and who must go, you'll have a better chance of making the cut. Remember, there is no escape in sleep or death. It's like this everywhere today, so you can't physically leave. The best thing to do is to give in. Keep going to work, don't be too disruptive, and as things get worse in your life, we'll do our best to make sure you're more comfortable than the people you pass on the street. Now please, enjoy your Christmas. We'll need you bright and early tomorrow to get the day started. And don't forget, the best thing you can do is exactly what you're already doing. Thank you. Oh, my favorite part, the chorus. Merry Christmas, everyone.
Wait, I've decided I don't want to be put to sleep again.
Until next year, friends. Remember, the past can be the present and the future. All you have to do is exactly what you're already doing.